Good morning, Ondo. How you doing, Chief? Morning, Webson. How you doing, Chief? Not bad, Ondo. Not bad. Got a bit emotional earlier on. Luna's home in an urn, and it was a bit of a weird situation. But yeah, apart from that, all good. Went for a nice walk this morning, saw a couple of deer. Little young babas. Chill out today. Good morning, TF96M. Good day. I quite feel like some. Let's see, what can I find with this, right? Yeah. I quite feel like this. Yeah. No, maybe not. Oh, look. This is too chill. What we need is like something like this. No, God, no. 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 For fuck's sake. Oh man. Fuck off. Alright, let's do this one. Yes, that. You want. I'm trying to find something of interest, yo. Yeah, here we go. Sounds like Overfast. How you doing, Simon? Puppeteer, welcome in. There we go. Colin, good morning to you, Chief. Welcome in. That's it. Ah, yeah. Whew. That's the shit. Now we just need a big jug of sangria. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Michael the Dark Lawrence, and welcome to another episode of The Darkness here on Twitch. It is Sunday Chat, 16th of October 22, day 151, one in a row. And yes, good afternoon to you as well, evening to everyone. Welcome. Welcome in, Undo, Webson, TF96 Seminar, Puppeteer, Colin, Fresh as Ice. Hope you're all doing well, guys. Hope you're nice and safe. Xander, there he is. Welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, I don't know why I'm like in the mood for a bit of like Spanish hits, you know what I mean? Just, ooh. I really feel like going dancing, you know? Like proper dancing, you know what I mean? Not like fucking go to a pub and just start splashing around, you know, falling into people. I'm talking about some nice drinks. Some really posh drinks, you know what I mean? Like, you spend 15, 20 bucks on the drink, but it's like posh and you just have it slowly and you know what I mean? You go to a really nice cocktail bar and then you go to like some nice place, do a bit of samba dancing. That's the kind of mood I'm in for actually. Quite fancy some very, very posh cocktails. You know, like a dress up night out. Not just going to like a bar and thing, but you know, dress up. Suit, you know, looking good, clean shaved, all that kind of stuff. I really, really fancy a night out like that. That is definitely something I may do. Just do it myself. I'll just walk into the locals, just like, what's up? He's like, what the fuck is he doing, you know? But I. Alright, let's load up the game. Hope everyone's doing well though. We're having a good Sunday, guys. We got a few days to go until Saturday. We will have little Nick's arrive, which is going to be pretty crazy, actually. Pretty crazy, guys. There's not really anything else to go over I can think of. Obviously, still waiting for Evocati to improve. I would imagine PTU is very much looking end of October right now. My theory is still correct. Live is going to be in December, probably like a week before they go away, maybe 2 weeks. That's where I'm going with the idea. I think November is going to be PTU. I think it's that far behind now, so yeah. There's no videos. Still looking at that 40k game. It looks really, really good. Obviously, it's today the beta or whatever closes. But I definitely think I might pick that up when it goes to release. I actually don't even know. Oh, November. End of November it releases. It looks like a pretty chill game to like just play with like 4 people, you know? It's like Left 4 Dead, Vermintide. I mean, I enjoyed Vermintide for a wee while, but you know what I mean? For me, I really wish like somebody would make this kind of game with like proper fucking Space Marines done right. I know they made like what Darkwing and stuff like that for 40k, but yeah, I would love like a proper Marines game. Something like that would be dope. Definitely wish when I was younger I had gone to more Latin places. I definitely feel that, like, a bit of Rio kind of style. All we'd need to do is wear a white vest and drive around in a fast car. You know? Unless I got a tan, everyone would think I'd be Dominic Toretto. The memes. Alright, go. Yeah, from what I've been seeing, I'm debating grabbing it. It definitely looks good, yeah. I need to see more, because obviously, the problem with those games, and it was like Left 4 Dead, is the repetitiveness of a map. But I don't really care about the map, so to speak, long as it always feels like there's something different. And that's one thing that these games never really do well upon, you know? Never do too well upon on that stuff. What should we do? Maybe start off with a bit of, saber. Maybe arrow. That's the weekend. Let's see what we get with the saber. If it gets too quiet, I'll just go to Daymar. Because it's a bit difficult to go all the way with them. But yeah, I think I'll pick it up. I like the idea that you've got to sort of get like better gear and progression and stuff like that. You know, I'm fine with that. Again, it's these games I stopped playing because of the repetitiveness. But if they've actually managed to conquer that stuff, and I know Salty Mike's been playing it, Detox has been playing it, a lot of other content creators I follow have been playing it, out of like the Star Citizen group basically. And it definitely looks fun. Even if it's just like a week, you know? 45 hours, 50 hours kind of gameplay. We shall see. The Ajas Sabarata. Hey, Reformed. How you doing, Chief? How's your weekend been, sir? Did you get that X-ray machine fixed? Radar. Who's this? Who's this? Oh, Sentinel. Oh, I could actually kill it. But I will leave it to atmosphere. Give me carrier. So I think actually, like, you can get like what, 5 arrows or 3 gladius in a Banu merchantman. I think you could probably get 2 sabers. Once this stuff comes in, it might be where I just have a Banu set off. I just want 4.0. I want pyro. Like, right, so if I'm allowed 5 things, it would be Banu Merchantman, full persistence, map update, so that I could leave a Banu Merchantman in deep space and warp back to it without having to have an alt sit on it. 4.0 flight changes and weapon changes. Santokai. Oh wait. Yeah. Yeah. So Banu Merchantman, Santokai, full persistence. The ability for the map changes where I can warp back to a ship by just leaving it in deep space to return to it. Is that everything I said? Oh yeah, and 4.2 flight. That would be my 5 top things that I'm wanting right now in the game. Obviously, like, salvaging and other things are awesome, but yeah. That's definitely... Because I wonder how many Santokais you could actually get in a Banu Merchantman. Obviously, you could get, like, 3 Santokais on a Liberator, right? I'm very interested to see how that ship's gonna find out. You know, especially because we'll probably see it by the time we actually get the new flight changes. So you won't be able to tri-chord with it as much as you can right now with like the thing, but yeah, that's very, very tasty. trying to think of anything else. Obviously, there's some interesting stuff coming up for IE. Like this crafting ship, which is interesting. I hope it actually, funnily enough, right? I hope it crafts consumables that, like, heal your ship and stuff like that. I know most people won't like that ship. They'll be like, oh, it's too arcadey for Star Citizen. Yeah, it would be. But if it's the beginning of, like, refueling repair, because I would love it if Outposts didn't refuel repair. I kind of wish they bring Cryastro back, right? That would be cool. And they could place it right beside the sun to make it a bit of a challenge to get to, because then they could be like, well, that's how they get the fuel, they're siphoning off the sun kind of thing, you know? That would be dope. And that kind of uses like the Elite Dangerous sort of style where you can fuel scoop from the sun, but put Cryastro station there. And then you made this consumable ship do the rest of the work and take it away from Outposts. So you can't just like camp at Shubin or places on Hurston or something like that. You have to keep sort of moving. Or have utility ships with you. I would actually like that, to be honest. That would be a cool system. Nearly at the last month, though. Oof. I'm sad that we're not going to be able to do a year's challenge, but yeah, I want to, there's so many things I want to do. I want to go camping and stuff like that. Watch some stars, especially with winter. If I go to a certain area, I'll be able to see the Boreala. Or however you say it. Nice, comrade. Just what I like. Ooh, and Edmund right off the start. Mmm. Tasty. Very tasty. I can't wait for the minigame to warp around doing what we're doing just now. It'll be so funny watching people fail the turn and stuff. I can't wait for it, man. Because I hate this whole fucking autopilot shit that you've got here that just takes you in. It would be so cool if you've got to navigate, you know, maybe like they make it where you've got to dodge storms or something like that. It's gonna be so sick, man. And as well, it means that you can sneak into places because you could be like, you could purposely come out early and then slow boat it in. Hey, mums, how you doing, Chief? It's lame, the autopilot. Yeah. Thank you so much for that raid, dude. Is it just me, or did that cloud look like a cat then? No idea, actually. No idea. Thank you so much for the raid, dude. The saber sucks? Shut the fuck up. No, it doesn't. Were you using it in space? You let me down tonight? Where were you using it? Also, I need to quickly do this whilst we're stationary. I'm interested to see what the fucking difference is. Wait, one. Whoa! Holy shit. Right, okay, that's a big jump. Right, never mind. Never mind, that's an extra 10 FPS. For not much real difference. A little bit less pixelated, but yeah. It drops, yeah, man. Like, you don't get to see that on Daymar or stuff like that, so I was like, you know what, let's have a quick geek at this one. Testing it since it's been 2 years. Ah, shiny lasers, yes. Again, it requires a different mentality to use the saber. What's the shaggin' hell, those lightsabers on the side? They're quarterlers! Quarterlers, they used to be only available if you had a Saber Raven, but then CIG made it where you could buy them in game. They are cannons. Yeah, let's do this. And Atmos is great in space. It just, yeah, you don't use it in space. Why do you think I never use it in space, dude? It is absolute shit in space. And that's because everything can outmaneuver it, that's all. That's the only reason the saber is shit. It's not because of its, everyone goes, oh, it's because it's a huge pancake. Fuck off. It's just everything can outturn it. They do look like Dalek's chopper? Dalek's chopper? What do you mean, Jack? The hell is a Dalek's chopper? Oh! Are you talking about Doctor Who? I know, I was actually saying that the other, yesterday, I think, Reformed, where it would be fucking awesome if, like, say for example you see blue layer and you get blue lasers, you know? And then if you had green, you could have green lasers. It'd be sick, man. The phallic member of a Dalek. I'm too addicted to the P-17. You know that the Merlins will not be able to QCM, mums. In the new flight model, you will only be able to go SEM speed and above when you afterburner. You won't have any 1,000 meters a second on them and stuff. Because it doesn't have a quantum drive. You best up that SEM. Well, again, you can still go above with afterburner. It's just you'll return to wherever, you know? How am I gonna get fuel? Stay local, I suppose? You gotta remember, a snub ship is meant to be leaving another ship, right? It's not really meant to be spawned at an outpost and stuff. I'm hoping that actually, see these pads? I'm hoping that they remove the ability to spawn ships from these ones. They should only be land vehicles as far as I'm concerned. And that is it. Especially when they get the NPC public transportation stuff coming in. So then you can just, like, if you need an off-world route, you can just hire an NPC. Taxi! I wouldn't actually mind doing taxi work. The problem is that most ships just don't have, like, you know, like security kind of stuff to them, you know? I think it'd be really cool, right? It's the same as well, like, let's play with some settings to see. Yeah, alright, cool. Gotta have that on then. It's gonna be quite a day today again, chat. Again, once they actually do stuff to improve bounty hunting, I think we'll be having a lot more fun. I wish they would turn Jump Town on, but Jump Town on Hurston or Jump Town on Microtech would be a lot of fun, actually. Probably Microtech. Jump Town on Microtech. Have it where you've got, like, place it in between mountains and stuff like that. Oh, that'd be cool, man. server. This is what we had on Friday. We also had this sort of like the start of yesterday. It's like you only ever find like one gem of a server. This is where like CIG need to add NPC places for people to go and shoot NPCs. Not through missions, just like the Elite Dangerous has and stuff. We've had this topic many times on the channel. Just so when like there's nothing going and you don't want to do missions, you can just go and blap at some fucking NPCs. Because, again, they just don't make it where, like, an NPC squadron would come after me, you know? They always send the Hammerhead and Starfares, which just don't make any sense to me. Like, they should make AI that chase after you spawn corresponding to your ship, you know what I mean? So it would be like 5 fighters that chase after you, or maybe like 3 fighters, or like 2 lights, a medium, and maybe 2 heavies, or like 1 heavy and a mantis, sure, right? But when they spawn Starfarers and Hammerheads, it just doesn't make any sense, like. Especially when you're like in an arrow. But again, it's like, you know, I'm under a comray and they never turn up, right? And they're meant to. Hopefully, 318, when it goes live, will bring more people in because of the salvaging. Maybe we'll see more with it. Why Starfare? I don't know why the Starfare chases after players, you know what I mean? I never understood that one. Like, the Starfare, obviously, for refueling, would never come into a hot zone. You know what I mean? It's just... it makes no sense, right? When there's a war zone on the go, you never see, like, American, British, whoever troops sending in their fucking... the refuel planes that go really fucking high, and you go up to them, and you get the nozzle and stuff. I can't remember what they're called, but you would never see that come into a war zone. It's literally a fucking bomb waiting to happen. But for some reason, the UAE are so stupid, they send in fuel tanks into a hot zone. And this again just proves my point, where sometimes CIG just don't think at all, like, when it comes to, like, oh, lore, you know? Fuck off. So many other choices, right? Like when pirates send in their caterpillars as well, it's like, why? Why would a caterpillar be sent in to chase after an arrow? And I might start going to microtech, no joke. Just because when there's nothing on the go, it's a lot more fun to fly around. Wouldn't mind being able to get into those buildings though. See those towers there? That'd be cool if you could climb inside it and just sit with a fucking railgun waiting for somebody. Yeah, it's pointless. I mean, like, I'm not a fan of the Starfarer, like, you know, I mean, it doesn't get my jollies up kind of thing, but I like the idea that you have to do the refueling kind of stuff, you know? I do like that. Yeah. Right. We'll look here. some. This definitely feels like a no bounty hunter server. You can always tell, like, when people are doing bounty missions, like, they're here within, like, 10 minutes. Again, if they just made it more enticing for people, right? Yeah, it's getting very, very quiet on the, like, no joke, you know what I mean? Ends up with me clearing my stat and hunting something instead. I was watching, like, Barks, and even he was, like, having struggle, like, there was not many just people he could go after, you know? I generally feel that the viewing of Star Citizen has gone right down and playing. Very, very quiet right now. Yeah, we'll give it like 5 more minutes and then we'll probably server hop. F1. Hey, Wyverx. Good afternoon, Chief. Welcome in. Dude. Especially Edmund as well. Like, I like Edmund because you got the mountain that you can play with. And it's so easy to get to from Everest, you know. Eh. Fun and games, fun and games, fun and games. Hey Anna, how you doing, Chief? Hey, Mister. Strongbeard, welcome in, guys. Hope you're having a good Sunday. We're gonna hop server in a second. This is pretty dead, even though it's full. Again, this is where I just, like, give me some NPC things to do, right? Not just missions. I mean, like, tactical strike, a facility or something like that. I can't wait till we can, like, destroy bunkers or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, shooting turrets is one thing, but it'd be kind of cool if you could, like, disable spawn pads or something like that, you know? You damage them and they eventually repair, or people repair them. That would be pretty dope in this game. I wouldn't mind that. Also, what I'm gonna do is, whilst we swap server, I'm gonna change the power settings. Whenever we see what's different, because it definitely doesn't feel as good as last night when I was testing some sounds. Ooh! Bingo! Ah, right, what do we have? Sweaty arrow? Cool if we had like thunderstorms as well. Thunderstorms. Oh yeah. Holding position. Interesting. Yeah, I'm already 0.5% fucking tank. I might need to go. It's going off grid as well. Alright, whilst I've got no intel right now, let's book it back to Edmund. And just get some fuel. This motherfucker is a greedy, greedy girl. Yeah, I did. Yeah, with all the rainstorms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks cool, man. I hope CIG gets that into their system once we move into Gen 12 clouds. But yeah, DCS doing well, man. It's really nice to see. Now, if the DCS guys make a fucking space game, oh baby. Bye bye, Star Citizen. Well, I had contact, but it's gone off the radar. Last night I was playing, and no joke, I was versing this cutlass, a crude cutlass, and they're going super fast, doing whatever they could to protect themselves. And I had like 6-7 NPCs on me as well, and I couldn't fucking target any of them apart from the cutlass I was engaged in. It was so fucking scuffed. Like, you could see them. You could see them on radar, but I couldn't target a single one of them. Simba. Everywhere the light touches is ours. But you must not go to the dark area. Oh yeah, that's very true. Is it only size 3? I actually don't know where you get Quarlers. I know they added them in because obviously people were like, well, I should have to buy a Saber Raven just for fucking Quarlers. Yeah. Yeah, that is a shame actually. But maybe we'll see them. And like for me, I kind of feel like nobody's working on our current weapon systems just now. I have a feeling like in the next like couple of years we're probably gonna get weapon dump, you know? I would imagine they've updated most of the stuff for Squadron 42, we're just yet to get it, right? I kind of feel like that's how it will be, again, before Squadron 42 launches. We'll get dumped with all updated weapons and sounds and visuals and stuff like that. It would be kind of cool actually to have size 1 Quarlers, because they are pretty. I do like them. I love how like the sun reflects off them and gives like a sort of like pinky reddish hue, like you see it right there, and then it sort of like glows blue and stuff. It's pretty cool. I wish it would make like a humming noise though, like. But yeah, pretty dope. Pretty dope. I would just like to use mass drivers again, because when they updated the mass drivers, like mass drivers came out where in the same patch. Had my internet gone?
No, I got the same.
Oh, you got the same, man. Alright, let's do the power settings then. I wanna try this. No, not fucking power. What the fuck? No, Jesus. Why? Oh, I know why. The fucking thing's still on. Bloody 30Ks. Bloody 30Ks, chat. Imagine the day when we don't see a 30K. Oh god, that will be so dope. It'll be so dope. Ooh. Wait. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay. Right. Awesome. Alright, just dealing with paying Adobe. It's been a year. No, it's dope. See if I can get another discount on it. Black Friday. See if I can get a new one. I'd be sick. Alright, cool, that's done. Let's get some commands out. What we got here? Yeah, the tweet one. Mixing with head files is ok, but I don't like the idea. Well, they fire at the same speed, stuff like that. You know, same damage. Kind of feel like bearing just have more HP in general when it comes to things. Mmm, fruity. This server's taking ages to fucking load. Brand new server, I think. So cool when you start like you 30k, you never even notice, right? It'll be so cool when that happens. Also, if you didn't have to close the fucking game down or go into a thing. Yeah, this seems like it's dead as well. Hey, Captain Gore, how you doing? Happy weekend. Infinite loading, maybe.
No, it's doing its thing. It was stuck on team actor tech code, whatever.
Oh yeah,
It's doing
I'm
something
getting the
now.
shift. Yeah, man. Holy shit. Fresh server. A fresh server. Till game isn't balanced, won't play any blister. I know, man. You know when you see...
This is good.
Is it? When you see the movie Top Gun Maverick, no joke, I wish the combat was like that, right? I don't like the shield idea. I see your marker. It's just...
Yeah, it popped up after we went through the elevator.
I personally would love... Oh! Could just instantly get shit back as well for 8k, I forgot about that.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following
I like the idea that it's just all about outflying somebody and you get into the kill range and then that's it, you know? Maybe when they add enough rounds, it's not actually to do with rounds, right? So this is the thing that a lot of people just don't understand. It's not the rounds that matter, it's being able to burst or hold the trigger down. So when you have a weapon system where you literally just hold the trigger and you empty all your rounds, that is what breaks this game. If they can literally make it 2,000 rounds, but you have to go brr, brr, and if they did that, it solves all the issues, right? Don't know why they don't. You know? It's the same with the Inferno and stuff like that. Or when the Size 4s came out, I went to CIG and it said, you've created an absolute monster of a weapon system. People are like, no, it's fine. It's like, no, you should not be able to fucking destroy a Hercules by yourself in a Talon in 14 seconds. And the only reason is because you could just hold the trigger. What do CIG do? Nerf the ammo amount. It's nothing to do with the ammo amount. It's the fact that you can literally just hold the trigger and beam people down. You don't need to nerf ammo amounts on ballistics. You just need to make it where somebody can't hold a trigger. And if somebody makes a timer, for example, it doesn't matter. Because if you can only burst, you can only burst, right? If I meet a good player, it'll be cheese. If I play casual and not comfy, having to restock every 10 seconds, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Again, it's just one of these things where CIG, for some reason, needed to where all players have to be able to pull the trigger and just fucking... long as they aim on Pip, they'll be fine. And that's not what this game should be about. It should be about where when you're on Pip, you get high damage, very low range, keep it where it's about dogfighting, and make it engaging where people have to learn, you know? We used to have it this way. And they took it away. Shredders used to be burst firing, and then they made it where shredders were just hold the trigger down. Weird. So basically you had Mantis would do a certain amount of damage, and shredders would do huge damage, but you had burst, and you had to re-trigger. Mantis, you could hold it down, you know? So if you want Gatling guns that can only burst, I want it where there's a mechanic in play to allow people sick to have lots of ballistic rounds, but they just can't hold the trigger and have zero negatives, you know what I mean? So either they make it where the guns heat up and you have to wait for it to cool down, right? That makes it sort of realistic. Or they make it where the ballistic weapons only do burst fire, and you've got to re-trigger, which means that somebody can move out the way before you re-trigger, right? But right now you just go and that's it. And you don't have much ammo for it, which makes it very boring, right? Because for the amount of ammo that they've got, they should have had it where it does 5 times the damage, in my opinion. Yeah, like it was before, you know? I just don't understand why CIG changed these mechanics when they work, you know what I mean, Anu? It's strange, right? Like, when you have a system that works, just let it work. It's like, no, ballistics are too overused, people are dying in a fire. Well, it doesn't matter what weapon they have, they're still gonna die in a fire. Hey Glitch, how you doing? Again, I personally feel that the easiest way to do the weapon system for this game, right? And I've said this quite a few times with this idea now, is say you take a size 3 weapon, you make it at maximum stats, so 2000 meters a second, 2000 range, and then you add the damage in, right, for a repeater, and then you add in how many rounds. And what you do then is you add in a percentage thing, so depending on the size of your power plant changes the way the weapon behaves. Percentages on ships then can be created, so whatever weapon you put onto a ship, depending on its size, depending on its cross-section, ammo storage basically, power that it can actually produce determines how this weapon's percentage change. So, for example, for light fighters, the range comes massively down to like 700 range, but because you've sacrificed the range, you get a good damage burst. So, gotta get in tight. Brr, there we go. Bigger ships that have more plants can keep to this, which means that they can slug out longer ranges and maybe make it where, like, if you have more range and more shots, you just have less damage because it has to have like a negative towards this. This means that CIG just need to make a weapon with a stat, and whatever ship it goes onto, it automatically adjusts to the size of the ship and the power plant that it has, just within a percentage system of the code. This would solve CIG's problem massively. But they don't do it. They have it where they put it on one ship and it's like, oh, it's overpowered. Now let's nerf it for every other ship that it's just working on. You know what I mean? And it's just like, Just make it whichever ship it fits to. Power has a change on weapons. So for example, like, say you're using ballistics and you're on an arrow, you can carry so much ammo, right? But then if you're in like a Vanguard, you have even more ammo storage. And if you're on a bigger ship, you have even more ammo storage because it's got places to go to, right? You just have the percentage thing, change it. This means CIG only ever have to make one weapon, like size 1 to size 9. So they just change the model, but they only have to make the weapon and then it bounces around the percentages. And that would be an incredible way to do Star Citizen. It would also save CIG a shit ton of time in this method. And then if people go, oh, that's not fair, I'm in an Arrow, why should a Vanguard have more things than I do? Because it's a bigger ship, it's got more size and power plants, and it's got more storage. That's it. You want to be light and kite and fast and nimble? You just can't have this fucking beaming range and stuff like that, you know? Again, make it where light fighters have to have the, what's it called? Close range, high damage, and they've got to get through the flak to achieve these things. If you've got turrets then, you lose some of your damage because it's taken off the power plant, but you get good ammo reserves and you get 2000 range. That means fighters you start picking at as they approach to you. You're not going to kill them unless you literally beam a whole mag into them, but whilst they're nipping around, you're picking at them, you know? Just like it was in like B-17s and stuff like that, you know? The guns were just literally to be like, fuck, get the fuck off us. You know, if you managed to take them down, you managed to take them down, but it was more for these reasons, you know? Let's go to Stanhope. Stanhope's in the sun. Well, the Ion Inferno is actually very easy to fucking do, right? So the Ion Inferno is you make high damage, good range, but very, very slow rate of fire. So if you think of it with the Inferno, you make it where it's chunking out big rounds, right? And you make it where it just goes boom, 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 boom. And there we go. And then it overheats after so many rounds if you're holding the trigger. Because it's a rotary cannon of sorts, right? And the Ion could be where you have to charge it, and it fires. And it does high damage, high range, but you have to hold the charge, and if you hold the charge and somebody's outshot, it times out, like EMP used to do. You would hold EMP and it would eventually time out, you know? This baby puppeteer. Oh no, it's not. There's a colorless black that has just entered my airspace.
He just was chased by me, so...
Roger, roger, roger. I will turn around for the approach. Sending out 2. Box 3 on the way. Targeting engines.
There we go.
Splash. I'm actually not sure where the fucking place is now.
That's why I'm on your 6.
Yeah, I actually don't know where it is, like...
I think it was on the coast somewhere.
Oh no, wait, I might have it. Yeah, I got it here. Hey, spins like I didn't Chief. Yeah, I kept it too and melted the Inferno. Again, These ships could have been easily sorted, but for some reason CIG want to do it where cannons are like cannon repeaters, and I personally find it boring, but whatever, you know. If that's where they want to go with it, whatever. Anything like these ships that, you know what I mean, like I'm not 100% into, I'll just buy them in game, you know. I'm only keeping ships that actually have some use to me. You know, like Liberator, Kraken, these kind of things. Everything else, like, it's the same with the A1. I'll probably keep it, try it out, but now that it's the same size as a Mercury Star Runner, unless it's so fast compared to Mercury Star Runner, it just seems useless. Because again, like, I don't know why you would ever use a C1 over a Mercury Star Runner. Mercury Star Runner has more defense. I think it has slightly more cargo as well. So, the C1 is just a useless fucking thing. E1 might have its use in the future, but right now, no. And the A1, yes, it drops bombs, but one shield for a ship that size, it's dead before it even hits the target, sadly. So we'll need to see how it's upgraded. But right now the Spirit is just a really nice looking ship that is a pile of shit on all three formats. They're all junk. Because if I'm gonna bomb a site, I'll fucking bomb it with an A2, which will be able to at least get the job done. This doesn't have an effect. Yeah, there you go. So again, the C1 is completely useless. Absolutely useless. If it's the same size as a Mercury Star Runner, less cargo, less defense, dies in a fire. Yes, it's a little bit cheaper, but you know what I mean? It needs to increase its cargo size or something like that, because I would just use a fucking Cutlass, right? Makes no sense why they would make another Crusader ship exactly the same size as a Mercury Star Runner. It's so pointless. You could have just made a bomber version of the MSR, you know? 10 times 5, what do you mean? Or even you can buy 7 of them? What do you mean? For the price of an MSR? MSR isn't like $500, dude. Hey, Cal, thank you very much for the 2 months. How you doing, Chief? How you doing as well, Noobifier? What do you mean, dude? You can... No, we're talking about the C1. Sorry, was I saying the wrong one? We're comparing MSR versus C1. They're the same size of ships. Sorry if I didn't make that clear. So C1 has less cargo than an MSR, less defense, less tank. Looks nicer, right? For me anyway. But they're the same size as ship. So when the MSR has some of the best defending guns in the game, it's fast, it looks good, it's got the ability to put in land vehicles like everything else. Exactly, like why would you get a C1 when you would go for an MSR? Now obviously the A1, we're gonna have to see how unique it is, but again, why would I ever use an A1 instead of using an A2? Yes, it is cheaper, but it ain't gonna get to the site before it dies. Not with one shield, and it being the size of an MSR. That's a fucking pancake to eat, you know? You can also run away pretty easy with it. Yeah, because they still need to boost the Mercury Star Runner, you know? Especially with the 4.0 changes, I would imagine it's got good, good forward speed and just shit at turning. Which is fine, you know? Because the afterburner pool on the MSR right now is a pile of shit. It takes too long to regen for something that's meant to run. Like for me, the Spirit was really good when it was the size of the Cutlass. I thought, yeah, you know what I mean? I can go on, this is really good, right? You get less defense than a Cutlass, but it looks like it's going to be faster. It gets in, out of the job, and the A1 would have been like, yeah, 35 meters, dropping 10 bombs, size 5. That's awesome. In and out, shake it all about, do the hokey cokey. But when it's the size of an MSR, you see that thing 30, 40 kilometers away, and with one shield, so I hope they kind of upgrade it. If it gets 2 shields and maybe better defense, I don't know, like, I just don't see the point in a C1 personally. If it gets double the cargo of like a Cutlass, sure. But it's got this, right now in the stats, it says same amount of, same cargo as a Cutlass, but double the size. And less defense because it doesn't have a fucking turret. So the Cutlass hands down is better in all fronts for the same price. Yeah, I know. I don't understand why they've changed it to be... Well, I hope so, Logan 5. I hope that they put it back to like the 35 meters instead of this 45 stuff like that. Because again... Possible incoming actually. Above 8k off me. Yeah, I got something in the air. It is an Aurora bottle disc. Targeting me. I'll go into defense.
Have it.
Missiles are out on me. Smoke in the air. Dodged. Bring them round. Nice and slow. Yeah, of course it did. I'm sliding in, right behind. Splash. I got detection 12 out, dude. Pushing towards it now. Not sure if it's a mining object. It's now gone. I doubt. Oh wait, it could be a missile that hit the deck. That's why. Yeah, it's a missile that hit the deck. The design doesn't work. The size at 35. Well, then they definitely have to upgrade some of the stats then. Sick for the Spirit, because size 1 shield, size 2 shield is not good. Not good for something of that size, you know. Hey Scott, how you doing? I'm doing very well, thanks for asking. How's you? Let's see how it ends up being. If it ends up being like the MSR, I'm not getting it. Drop that shit because I wanted something smaller. That's exactly why with me, Taja, right? I was like, oh damn, this is a fucking dope looking Crusader ship, because Crusader ships are really, really cool looking. I was like, shit, it looks like the fucking Batwing. It's like, oh, they've increased its size. I don't want a big ship, you know? I'll get a Mercury Star Runner then. Been away home for 3 weeks. I'm finally back tomorrow. Excited? Nice, dude. Where have you been? You been at work? Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, for me, I have to say it's probably one of the nicest looking ships from Crusader. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I hope they do, like, again, the A1 is the one that intrigues me the most, because the C1 just feels like I would just go and get a Mercury Stunner, right? More cargo, better defense, does data running. It's an extra $100, but there we go, right? The A1 is the only one that actually interests me, and I need to see what they're gonna do with it, because if it is that size with size 2 shield, it'll never get in through to do its bombing run, unless it's really, really fast and it's very, very stealthy or something like that. But until then, yeah, we'll see how that one turns out. I don't think it'll take them long to do, because obviously they got the Crusader templates and stuff, which is really fucking sick. Trade the Cutty Blacken for an A1? No. The A1 is only good for bombing, Scott. It's a bomber. It drops 10 size 5 bombs. No, Cutty is more utility-verse, you know. The A1 is only a bomber. It's got no other features apart from bomb runs. And that's what interests me, because it would be great for, like, low flyers will definitely in the future, when they add in the radar changes, be people that are able to get into places undetected. So, yeah. The problem is it's a lot bigger now, so it makes it a bit harder to sneak around. Yeah, the new Spirit Bomber is the A1. But I just don't see now the point in the C1. The C1 is the same price as a Cutlass. It's big as an MSR, so it's 45 or something like that. Same cargo as a Cutlass, less defense than a Cutlass. Why would you buy a C1? You would only be buying it for the shape and maybe hoping that it's faster, but it's so bad in stats wise right now. Obviously CIG, it's concept, they can change it whenever, and that would be dope, right? Think it will be out in 12 months like the Scorpius? Oh yeah. Again, like, they've got all the Crusader templates done. The only reason we don't see other ships being spit out is they don't have the template system done for it. And obviously the reason why we don't get like an anvil ship like the Crucible and stuff is they don't have the repair drone mechanics built in the game. Same with Nautilus and stuff. Like, Nautilus is also meant to be completely built, but there's no drones mine stuff being added to the game yet, so that's why it's not in yet. Same with me, actually. Cutty Black is definitely one of these ships where whoever designed the Cutty Black knew exactly what you needed for a multi-crew. Good space, ramp, 2 EVA exits. Obviously I missed the one where you used to go through the floor on the old Cutlass. I wish they hadn't left that one out. It was really cool for dropping people off, where you could open the bottom EVA hatch, and as you coming in over the island, people could just, like, you know, slot through the hole and get the job done, you know? So it was really good for hot dropping. But even now in space, because you can use the tractor beam, you can jump out the side of the Cutty and tractor beam behind the engines as it goes in slowly for dropping off in space. It's really, really good. But, again, you know what I mean, like, why would I pick a C1 over that capability? That's sort of the discussion. Yeah, Titan is still, hands down, best starter ship in the game. Hands down. And if you like to do, like, mining with rock vehicles, then you pick up a Nomad as a starter ship. Because you don't even need to take it off the back of the Nomad. You just find a rock, you 180, you get into the Nomad, you drill vacuum it up, and then you fly away. You never need to move it. So good. They're the two ships I always recommend for starters. Especially the Nomad is free size freeze weapon systems and free size 1 shields. It's a beast. It's just got an ugly cockpit, but you know, whatever, you know. Sacrifices have to be made for cheap utility ships. I think of melting them. I would melt the Cutlass Black, because again, Cutlass Black is not exactly difficult to get in game. I would say the Titan to make you money, or a Nomad to make you money, and then just buy the rest in game. For me, I don't buy ships for Star Citizen unless I can actually see an everyday practicality out of them. If not, I'll just get them in game, you know? It's the same with the alien ships. The only reason we got a 22 kilometer coming in, 21. Heading east. What do we have here? Cutlass Black, targeting left engines, 2 on the clock. And the little one said, roll over. You on my 6?
Yep.
Go. Cross section is out. I'm gonna have to, yeah, actually no, we're fine on that. Alright. I got 2 Fox free. Cross section coming in. Slotted. Woo! Left engine gone, right engine gone. Finish off the fuselage.
Yeah, I'll keep my blue. Kill it.
In a free fall. Splash. Oh! Oh, it's not a box. It just so happens. Oh, wait. No, it's a thing. Alright, RTB. Hey, Scott, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that, dude. Can we get some vibes in? Brand new red tie gang. I think we're probably going to be changing the red tie gang to something else in the future. Especially as I only really wear the shirt red tie for special occasions now. Get like Wolfgang or something like that. Just make it simple. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much. You could even bring a buddy with a prospector and you could crack the gym. Exactly, dude. There's a lot of stuff happening very, very shortly. Next year and stuff that massively changes the game, how people will play the game, all that jazz. People are also going to get a reality check if they're so used to how they fly in Arena Commander as well. Because it's more about forward instead of going backs. Next gang? Possible, yeah. Ooh. I still need to go to like a chiropractor and get fucking spine and shoulders popped and everything. That was pretty fucking dope, dude. The simultaneously fucking engine slice.
Yeah.
Fucking left engine and right engine off within a split second. Yeah, definitely next year. It's gonna be good stuff. A lot of people in Atmosphere are gonna struggle because it's more jet fighter kind of gameplay with aerodynamics, and instead of being able to tri-chord, reverse thrust, being able to constantly afterburn or over SAM speed and all these things, you're going to have to actually learn how to navigate, keep your horizontal, vertical energy levels up. When you start going into merges, you don't cut early like you do in space right now because you'll deplete yourself so much. There's going to be a lot more strategy involved, and I like that. I really, really like that. Instead of flying around super fast. This is why we're practicing on Hurston a lot, because Hurston actually shows you what it's going to be like to play this game. In space as well. Obviously it'll be harder in atmosphere because you'll have aerodynamics fighting against you, but this teaches you to fight with not the ability to tricord and all that jazz, because that's going in 4.0. You'll be able to tricord in a direction, but you're not going to be able to tricord afterwards right away. There's a negative effect towards it. Also, whilst we go slower, G-forces are actually induced better. So, which means that if somebody tries to push turns harder and harder and harder, they're going to black out faster. Because obviously it doesn't work in the game right now because the calculations are not intact with things. Pips are going to be easier to hit. Hardly any chances of wiggly nonsense. So it's very much strategy of flight and having a good aim. But tactics over anything is going to be a huge factor in Star Citizen coming up. Because you're not going to just be able to disengage like you can right now. You will be able to disengage 20-kilometer ping east and stuff like that. Hey, Evil Marksman, how you doing, dude? Happy Sunday to you. Still flying the glow sticks? Yeah. I said good day! I said good day. What are you talking about? Marker's gone. Possible radar fault?
I might have puppeteered a target to us. Let's see.
Roger that. Oh wait, I've got it now, It's 8 off me. It's a Cutlass Black. Secondary target as well, maybe? Yeah, I got here. Secondary target is a Saber pushing down on me. I'm gonna return to you, because where are you just now? 11k off, right, I'll bring them in. Let's take out Sabarata first. Alright, I'm re-energizing. Slowing down. It's 6-7. Coming in yet. Alright, let's move on, Saber. Cutlass is not engaged. Roger. Alright, I'm gonna put a Fox into it. Targeting engines. Fox free. Fox free is out. I'm doing a run past. Cannon's blapping.
Kill turn towards you.
Cannon through. It's all yours.
Yep.
Dead. Cutlass has made it through.
He's not in the landing zone still.
Roger that. Targeting 4. 4 are out. Fox free. I got good hits. No shields. Full hit. He's in a spin.
He's in a spin. All yours.
Oh, it's a little bit fucking difficult when it's like bits going off. He's actually gonna crash, maybe. I'm gonna let him just crash so he doesn't lose. Oh no, he didn't. Oh, never mind. I got 11 and 15k out, but I think it's stray missile. Route to RTB. And play War Thunder, having prop sounds together with your gameplay is actually fun. Nice, nice. No, it's contact coming in. It's a Gladius. Alright.
Gladius.
Changing to 1. Targeting engine.
I'm pretending.
Roger that. Re-energizing. Fox free going out. Confirm hit on Fox free. Slowing down for turn. He's trying to do the typical backstrafe shit. Laying them up.
Love it. Okay, he passed through.
Hey, pass through.
On him.
I'm right on him now. Lapping to death.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's dead now.
out of ammo, recharging.
He's dead.
Dead.
He's not beating this. Saber Riders.
He was at one point in a complete standstill.
Yeah, nah. Again, this is where everyone just fucking requires space to play the game, or demo, or yell and stuff like that. It's a bigger, different ball game when you actually can't fucking move around at high speed, and this is where, again, 4.0, get ready to get wrecked if you can't fly. Have you flown with VKB Gunfire Mark IIIs and their space combat gap? Negative. Contact on the outs, I think? Or is it you? Oh, it's you. It's picking up.
It's me.
No, but I use Verpal Alpha Primes, Scott. When I used VKBs, they were called Koshimas. I don't know if you still can get Koshimas, or they're called something different now. But I tried Koshimas, and they were really good. The only problem I didn't like with Koshimas is I have quite big hands. I'm like a bricklayer kind of hand person. And I found VKB to be really, like, it would scrape the top of my, like, knuckles here in certain areas, and I had to, like, sand it down to do these sort of things, so, yeah. But they are good. VKB are really, really good. Like, I don't shit on VKB, but for me, my money's always for Verpal. Hands down with it. However, not with their pedals. I use crosswinds for pedals. I'm trying to lamb liver. Ooh. I mean, well, liver pate is nice. Evil Marksman. But I don't know if I could actually just eat liver, right? It's just like very soft meat that is well seasoned. I might give it a shot then. I do like pate. I'm a big fan of pate. Duck pate, lamb pate, liver pate, whatever, you know? Chicken pate. Especially if you get like a nice crusty bread. Mmm. I'm lucky enough to have a set of alphas and a pair of SCGs. That said, I prefer the VPC gear, but unlike you, I don't have the bear claws. You can get adjustments done for it, you know? Patty yes, liver no thank you. Again, if it was done really nice. Sure, you know what I mean? For Waxies, use pedal, yo. I fly like a jet fighter. I'm probably like one of the very few people that actually has my grips here. So we've got on the right stick, roll on the X, and pitch on the Y, right? That's literally like a jet fighter or a plane. And on here, it's forward and backwards, left and right, and my twist is up and down. Because again, in the future, you're not going to be using up and down strafes like you do right now. Because the primary function of speed is going to be forward, which again is what hard atmosphere teaches you. So I barely have to twist these days to do this stuff. And for low flying, it's just got to the stage now where, you know what I mean, like low flying is, it is what it is, huh? And then my pedals are my yaw, because I want to be able to sweep and falling leaf around. Having the axes of control and falling leaf is super important for keeping speed and able to control the descent. Well, again, everyone's different. Like, I think Avenger 1 uses his left joystick will be up and down. I think that's Moist Noodle as well does that. I don't know what Burks does. I think Burks is actually the same with that. Burks, I know, is his forward and... No, it's his roll is on his pedals, I think. Again, it depends what people are looking for, you know? Like, for me, I've flown so many jet fighter games, like Jane's, IL-2, well, not really jet fighters and that, but you know what I mean. Helicopters as well, so for me, like, the forward and backwards is like a collective, basically. So, like, I don't, like, when people say, oh, you should be doing it this way, you'll get better aiming, no. That's a complete fucking lie. It does not matter what axes you set, it's only if your brain works around it. So when people force themselves to fucking use the same method as other players, don't be stupid like that. Don't be lazy. Just hone your skills in what actually works for you with your brain. Because everyone's brain, fingers, and digits are completely different, you know? The only reason that you have to stick to it or have the same setup like every other pilot in real life is because the mechanic can't be fucked to redo the settings on a plane every time somebody else uses it, you know? I can't put roll on Z axis for like twist and stuff. Yeah, for me I have to have roll on the X axis of a right joystick. But again, everyone's different, you know? But also when it comes to pedals, so when I play games like IL-2, my pedals, left pedal will go left, right will go right. In Star Citizen, because I'm so used to low flying, my left pedal makes the ship go right, and my right makes it go left, because I'm always in like a Tokyo drift, and it's easier just to lock the foot down for that way. So again, just depends how you do. And you're up, how do you control up and down? Like I said, it's my twist here. So if I bring it up here, left joystick there, so I just do this to go up and down. But I have it set in a certain way where you don't have to put as much input. So when people are like, oh no, forward and backwards, or like your Y-axis on your joystick is going to be better for you. Yeah, for the current model it is, not for the next model. And I haven't created bad habits yet, so I'm happy. Again, this is where like it doesn't matter what you have with your joysticks or how you have them set up, it's what your brain does. And just do it comfortably that way. You can use !flight if you want to see how I have mine set up, but that's it, right? Just always do what's comfortable for you and don't imitate people. Because what's going on in their brain ain't happening in your brain and vice versa. Best thing to do is just have fun for you. And if you're not competitive enough, you just never weren't meant to be. Yeah, I use the Monster Tech rail system. I've been very papa blessed where Monster Tech and Verpal send me very nice products, you know. So I've had a huge upgrade this year, and it's all been thanks to Verpal and Monster Tech. You can use my code. Do you want to go to a different area, dude, whilst the sun is going down?
Yeah, sure.
We may have...
Chat in global chat.
Oh yeah, alright.
That's my gameplay.
What chair do you have? I have Edmund Herman Miller Anu. So when I moved up here into the Highlands to be a content creator, a much bigger house, my business was sold, and I decided that when I came here I wanted to make sure as I get older I want to have proper, you know, seating and stuff like that. So I got myself a Herman Miller. It was like £1,000, but 12 years warranty, you know, pretty much a good amount of warranty time, and it's not only fixed my posture, my coccyx back pain that I used to have is completely gone after a few months of using it. And I had bad coccyx pain where I couldn't sit down for more than like 4 hours before having issues. Completely gone. I can sit in this chair for 19 hours, nothing, not even a twinge, and that is money worth for me. Not just as a content creator, but again, I do a lot of hiking, so I don't want to have stress on my spine at all when we're doing stuff, you know. We can go to Theodis, just directly under the sun at the water, left of the free.
Locking in.
Roger that. Got you locked. Pulling. How many times on it? What do you mean? How many times? So my setup is slightly different because I have only one joystick, Logitech. For right hand I use it for the pitch, yaw, and roll. Strafing, controlling through. Yeah, exactly, that's fine, dude. Absolutely fine. How many times sitting on it? Well, I've had it for nearly 4 years now, dude, and it's like brand new. So if you imagine, I sit, like for the past 151 days I've streamed in a row. You know what I mean? I've been constantly here, And yeah, nothing, man. Yeah, playing with. We got contact 24 at the old location. But you can get Herman Miller's second hand as well. Detox got one, and he's been having good results with it. Burks also uses one. I just wouldn't ever waste money on gaming chairs anymore. It would always be a Herman Miller, just because again, I'm getting older, I only have one back, and until I see like surgeries and stuff actually being more effective, I would rather just sort my way from doing these things. Ah, it says an empty.
Yeah.
Probably a helmet hunter. So lasting for real. Yeah, again, dude, I've had it 4 years. So you get 12 years of warranty, Anu. And that's parts warranty. If anything breaks on your chair from Herman Miller, obviously once you get the contract from Herman Miller, not where like a second-hand place or something like that, you're not going to have it. But literally, yeah. You get 12 years. I think it's actually up to 15 years warranty now. And it's everything replaced within that time, you know? And again, for that, if you think about how much you actually spend on chairs in 12 years, or how much it would be to go to like somewhere to get your back sorted or surgery or something like that. Again, for me, I had coccyx pain where I couldn't sit down for more than 4 hours before I had to stand up. That's why I've got a standing desk, because I would sit down and then the moment I would have pain, I would standing desk for the rest of the day, and that's how we did it. But once I've had this, it fixed it, where within 3 or 4 months, zero coccyx pain, and I never feel fatigued in my back. And the crazy thing is, there's no headrest, right? You don't even, you don't even realize it's not there. You don't go, oh, I want to lean back on it, because this thing holds your spine so well. And you get them custom made, where, for example, it's designed around how big my ass is, how big my legs are, all that jazz. And you can change it out like that. And I went for jet black as well for the Batman chair. But definitely, if you've got the money, I would say it's well worth it, you know? Yeah, Secret Labs are good, but again, it's not benefiting your back one bit. It's just a fucking bucket chair with a bit of foam and stuff like that. The materials are not exactly award-winning on any of these chairs. I had a sports injury when I was younger, and I recently had spinal... Ooh. And result of my sports injury healing wrong 20 years ago. Alright, we got contact. Redeemer coming in. This is going to be an interesting one. I'm going to do a quick scan on it just now. Obviously, it's coming from me, because you're blue. It's slowing its speed down, but it's hovering over. It's coming to a complete halt just now. I'm not getting a detection because it's still out of range for passengers. Let's go up and have a look. Oh, anyway, its shields are gonna get disintegrated anyway with this. I just need it to come down a little bit more. It's still too high.
He's aiming up now.
Aim up? Alright. Maybe, like, he saw the Carrack and was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Because obviously, you wouldn't see the Saber. You would see the Carrack, though. No, he's gonna warp, yeah.
Secondary.
Secondary target? Secondary is actually the Carrack. Is on the move.
In the... Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna engage on Carrack. I'm not gonna be able to kill it before it goes, but I can at least shred its shields. Lining up for it now. Don't bother wasting your missiles just in case. These cannons will shred through the two shields.
I think he's aiming back for the zone.
Probably. No, he's spinning around a bit. We're going to decouple and keep into an inner circle to land all the shots. No, he's diving down. Again, shield's about to go. This is the thing, like...
Redeemer entering? Redeemer entering.
Yeah. Cool. That's fine. Just let it come. Gunner. Top gunner on the Carrack. Shield's down. I'm still in position behind it.
Redeemer 2000.
Roger that. Just let it come, let it come.
Okay.
Continue on it. Keep on the carrack, keep on the carrack. Oh, it's fucking wrecked. I'm gonna fly over. Yeah, keep on carrack, keep on carrack. I'm distracting shots. Alright. Defense.
On you.
Yeah, let's go. Not gonna be doing anything, just kill the carrack. Nearly dead. Lane defense. Returning. I'm getting shot by the Redeemer. Carrack dead.
Yep.
I'm playing defense just now. Splash one on that. Moving into Redeemer. I'm gonna push through. I'm slotted. I'm gonna just defend up just now as it rotates. Alright, bring the paint. Did you crash?
Yeah, I crashed into the ground, I think. I'm
Are
still
you in decoupled?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, shouldn't be decoupled. This guy's going backwards. He's just trying to go backwards. Look at this full back strafing. Holy shit, man. He'll get to warp. I'll get him damaged though. Shit, he's fucking heartbreaking. Oh! Look at this backstrafe chat. Look at it. Holy shit, man. The backstrafe of destiny here. Let's push round. Fucking hell, man. These are the people that are fucked in 4.0, by the way, because you won't be able to go backwards like this. At all. Alright, counting for the shields. I'm gonna get my engines up. He's nearly at warp height. He's actually at warp height, I think. Yeah, he's at warp height. There we go. Alright. Victory ours. How does he expect backstrafe to work in a slow bus? I don't know, Kevin. People just do, right? They're in such a bad habit where they always have to backstrafe for something. He's absolutely... Yeah, exactly, because you can't backstrafe in hard atmosphere. I can literally go faster forward, so I just get around on people, you know what I mean? And this is where 4.0 is going to teach people all this jazz. Because again... you have a massive negative in going backwards in 4.0. So you can use it to slow down, but you can't start going backwards. And that's what that person is trying to do. They're like, I can't get round on it. I didn't bring any guns. I bought myself a Redeemer. My mum's credit card is really fucking awesome, you know? But literally is not learning anything to do with this game. They're hiding behind 2 large shields, and that's it. Not learning any gameplay because of it. The same with the Carrack. The Carrack's going super low, thinks it can tank against 2 sabers. It can't. The top gunner is barely able to hit us, and it doesn't focus on the secondary target. So you cut through the shields, and again, that Carrack could have been away warping. But for some reason, people just do this shit in this game. They're like, oh, I'm in a Carrack, I've got a gunner, I can take on fucking 2 fighters. No, you can't. No, you can't. You're not in a combat ship. You're in an exploration ship. It's the same with the Redeemer. The Redeemer is designed to go after bigger ships with gunners. It's not meant to chase after fighters. And when you see that your target's a fighter, go and get a ship that actually works for you. Stop trying to think that this thing's going to be your going all kind of ship, you know? It's a huge problem with players right now. Cannons fucking shred, like, cannons shred. But yeah, welcome in, Kevin. Air Arrow, sorry if I missed you guys. SDSS, welcome in. No, bounty hunters may be coming to take you in. They might be. That's very true. That's very true. Hey Air, how you doing? Welcome in, guys. Shoremain, good day to you. Oh, also, Pablo, thank you very much for the follow 3 minutes ago. Sorry if I missed that one. Maybe the character player had an account problem fall down? Oh, it was flying away, no problem, dude. If that's what you're meaning. Alright, whilst we wait for Puppety here, we gotta go back into single player mentality. Thank goodness we're in one of the fastest ships. We'll just play off that.
Yeah, I probably need to head out to run that errand that I told you about, so get back.
Ah, right, yeah. Oh, is it that timer? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, dude. I'll get you later then. Right, so we got 28 above us. Just roll here with this. I guess the character's life thing under those two. I don't know what they were doing with the character personally. Again, they could have gone higher and had more advantage, especially to be able to warp out. You gotta look at it, like literally you just lost a huge amount of money for no reason, right? How she did falling down? I don't know. Actually. Hey Chief, how you doing? Sorry if it keeps getting asked. What are your thoughts on the Black versus C1? I wouldn't even get the C1 right now. Like literally I think the C1 is 100% worthless right now. However, they could add another shield to it. They could add a turret to it. It might be super fucking fast in the future. We just don't know. It's a concept ship. But until you know of those things, on current paper, right now, as concept, the C1 is an absolute pile of shit. Because it's as big as a Mercury Star Runner with the cargo space of a fucking Cutlass. Cutlass has more defense and more utility as far as I'm concerned, especially with the two EVA sides. We'll have to see what the spirit brings, you know? Excited for the E1. I hope they build gameplay loot for people that have bought the E1. That's my only concern, because right now all it would be is like getting your friends in and, you know, role-playing sightseeing. So they need to make it where it has a purpose for people who bought the E1. And then that means that people like who have the 890 might have a mission or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, the E1 is literally pointless unless they do that. Because it's just a fun taxi, right? It looks cool though, don't get me wrong. Really nice ship for that role. The only one that interests me right now is the A1, just because it's a bomber. But that size of ship with only one size 2 shield, it will die so fast, it's not even funny. So I need to see more before I can make any decision in the future. Right now, they don't really offer anything apart from they look really fucking cool. Logan, this is the Saber dude with red skin. It is the Sabarata from Aegis, and it's only good in hard atmosphere. Take it to space, it's useless. Take it to light atmosphere, it's useless. In hard atmosphere, it's one of the strongest contenders. VIP transportation, I hope they do it well, because again, when they brought it out, sort of like public transportation or transportation in general with Elite Dangerous, I was never really impressed with that sort of mechanic, you know? Let's see what's the idea I've got. Drake rules? I'm not a fan of Drake. I really am not. I've got a Kraken purely because it serves my organization really, really well on theory, in paper, stuff like that. But if it was an Aegis Kraken, for example, or like an Anvil Kraken, I would be more happier for it. Banu's life? Dude. Whoever bought a... I keep harping on about this, but whoever bought a Banu Merchantman for 250 bucks... Bargain, right? Hapilo, thank you very much for that raid, Chief. Welcome in. Good day to you guys. How was your stream, dude? But yeah, 250 bucks for a capital ship? What a bargain. What an absolute bargain. Obviously, it didn't used to be a capital ship and stuff. I'm not a fan of Drake. I'm more looking forward to the C1, but waiting to see... Yeah, again, I just kind of feel like if the C1 it turns out the same stats, Menace, I would personally spend another 100 bucks and get a Mercury Star Runner. That's just me. Better defense, you know, better tank, more cargo space, stuff like that, you know? It was good? Nice, dude. Were you playing some Star Citizen? I don't have a thing that shows me right now. But thank you so much for that raid. Thank you for bringing your community over, dude. I didn't like the modules concept of Elite, just loads of bunch of passenger cabins. Yeah, exactly. Just like again, the E1 and stuff that you would do with the 890 doesn't sort of what's the word? It doesn't make me want to do it, right? But if they're going to add in gameplay for that, I want it to be much better than what Elite Dangerous offered for players, right? It's not for me. But for the people that are wanting to do like VIP transportation and stuff like that, it needs to be really solid gameplay. Where they have that thrill of, oh my god, you're actually moving somebody of importance around, not just like, oh, we're going to send a couple of Auroras after your VIP NPC. Power down so we can board, and you're like, sorry, what was that? We're already flying past you because you're in Auroras and we're in a feckin' Spirit. You know what I mean? Like, that would be boring for people over time, so it needs to be somewhat challenging and, you know, use your mind and stuff like that. AC and bounties? Nice, dude. Yeah, I think server is dead now. MSR has too much doors, I go nuts every time I board them. The layout is weird. I don't understand why you would go through the server room. I don't know why they just didn't make a ramp go up past the gunners, personally. That's me. But we do know that they are going to be reworking the interior of the MSR to include a lift and possibly an EVA entrance to it, because it doesn't make sense for what it's meant to be doing, like smuggling and stuff like that. Right now, with a 7:1 TDD to USD conversion rate, I'll be buying in-game. Yeah, exactly. Like, concepts are cool, obviously you can get them and stuff. You hunting? No, I'm waiting for somebody to hunt me, but we've had a few kills on this server. It's always the same thing. The moment that you kill somebody that's a bounty hunter, they can't get the mission again unless they leave the server or if it's shared by their friends. And once you get clapped a few times, you don't come back, right? It's just unfortunately the joys of Star Citizen where we need it meshing and stuff like that. I don't like the silly underfloor nonsense on them. Well, that's the whole point of smuggling, right? We might be looking for rock miners. Nah, I don't. Like, I'm not killist, Haplo. I'll kill anyone, or be killed by anyone. I don't care. Last week we got a few days ago we got taken out by a stock Titan because literally I couldn't flare off the missiles that were coming and it just one-shot me. Yeah. It was pretty cool, man. But I don't care about going to jail or losing fights and stuff. I would say with my sort of kill record, I kill like 99% anyway. And 1% of what, like 4 million backers is 40,000 players, so I'm happy with those numbers. I would also like to kill you, but I can't find you. For like 5 minutes, looking in all servers. Yeah, there's no point in server hopping, dude. It doesn't work that way anymore. Leisure's my second home. I wouldn't say it's my second home. The dirt is definitely my primary home, and then Grim Hex would be second home. Is that subgear you're wearing that you really care about? Is that subgear you're wearing that you really care about? I'm not wearing any subgear, dude. I'm flying white suit. I don't give a shit about if I die or not. Even if I had subscriber gear, I wouldn't even care about dying. Oh, it was a joke, right. Yes, I totally can read jokes. Ha 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 ha. You know there's an emote in this world called Kappa. People use it to symbolize that they're joking or being sarcastic. Har 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 har. To me, the kind of gameplay is boring. I'm looking for a fight. I want to fight someone who can fight back. Hey, it's up to you, Jedi Menace. But you gotta look at it from our point of view. I kill somebody because literally in free 18, my salvager team comes and scavenges off your corpse, right? And that's gameplay, right? So obviously it may not wait, like depending on prices and stuff, might not waste time with like an Aurora or like a Pisces or something like that. But if I see a Cutlass, that's a good, you know, 2-3K worth of money in the bank, right? Talking about killing rock miners. Again, I'll kill a rock miner. Might have lots of stuff in the back of it, but also to move a rock you have to have a ship. The ship might be salvage. You know what I mean? A kill is a kill at the end of the day. Depends on morals, and when it comes to a video game, I don't have any morals. If I'm gonna make money, I'm gonna make money off you. I can't stand doing NPC missions. Alright, I would say we're probably out of this server. It's super quiet. We had one detection, but they went elsewhere. Right, let me change the power settings back to balance. I'm trying to see what the difference would be. If it would be. There we go. Launch game. If you kill a rock miner, blow a ship up, you can land in the current game and collect his loot. Yeah. And in the next patch, you're going to be able to salvage the dead stuff. Take his cargo, take all these things, so yeah. Like generally, doing that kind of stuff is all money, right? A lot of people freak out about it. They're like, oh my god, you're just griefing. It's like, no, in the future, this is going to be how people make money, pirating. Like, oh, but pirates should be ransoming. No. Pirates just kill you and take your stuff. They don't need to have a discussion with you about which is right and wrong. They just do. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying I'm a pirate. I class myself more as a killer. Because I don't plan to do the salvaging and I don't plan to do the looting. I just plan to kill you and then invite pirates or players who like to do salvaging to do that work and then take a percentage of it. If I get the kill, I get the frill, you know, I get the hate towards me, but then I get to work with cool people in the game who would like to do pirating and maybe fencing and like basically, you know, like fencing on like grey market, black market kind of fencing I'm talking about, not actually fucking fencing. Salvaging medical stuff, you know, because that's what my organization pretty much does right now. Is we specialize in killing people at a very good pace as well, and hardly any losses as well, because we don't sit around to fucking chest beat or wait for the next person to turn up kind of style. We hit and run, all these sort of things. So we do that hit, we get paid, somebody gets to clean up, they get paid, you know? It's a nice relationship. Let's see what our, we're a knife. Oh, I thought you were going into construction. No, no. Dismantle, or demolition actually. Demolition, not construction. They reformed, but possibly in the future, demolition would be a nice title as well. Demolish? Is it demolish? Demolist, or something like that, wherever. You know? Nothing like watching a group of low flyers build like their base of operations and then destroy it. And remind them where they stand in the food chain. Something like that, you know? We can do something like that.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Or somebody's invading in on my allies' salvaging mining team area. Yeah, destroy their outpost or something like that. Burn it to the ground. Or if it's just kill, maim, and then help repair so allies can take it over or something like that. Who knows how we do it. But yeah, we could be a demolition team. Something like that. I don't know. We'll see how the game actually offers things and stuff. Right, let's have a wee fucking keek around in my F-22.
Stand by.
I would like to pay you to dismantle my home, only it isn't my home. Exactly. Also, Happilo, thank you very much for the follow, Chief. Appreciate that, dude. Little bit of dismantlement would be lovely. Lovely, lovely. In the food chain, for me, you are juicy. I know. But that's as far as it goes, Anu. I am off the menu. The moment I see you, Pure, that's it. No, I'm not even gonna play games. I'm heading to Narnia. I'm gonna disappear. I'm gonna get in the back of my fucking, what's it called? Banu fucking, God, I can't even remember the name now. Merchantman, that's it. And hide in there. I'll be in one of the sex tubes. Or med bay, whatever they're called. It's been a while since I've used an arrow in Herson with cannons. It was a lot of fun, but yeah, without Quartlers having size 1, it means bearing. I think I've got FLs. You gotta catch me first. Okay, gents, I'm off for the day. Have a good one. Thank you very much, Scott, for being here, dude. And also, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. Have a good day, Chief. Stay safe. It's dangerous out there. Merge the two and call it a sex baby. Sex baby. A sex baby. I'm also, like, one thing I'm really looking forward to is when they stop allowing people to server hop. You know what I mean? Like, the moment that we get the full persistence kind of stuff in, I hope the only time it merges, folk, is for, like, bounty hunting and stuff like that. I don't know how they'll exactly do it, but it'll be dope. But yeah, definitely looking forward to Outposts when they come. Obviously, we'll get the player stuff first, but I'm more looking forward to whenever, right? They allow players to actually. Oh, Prashad. Nice. It's been a while, actually. A few days of Prashad. You have to change up the tempo as well. Play. Yes. I'm gonna play these ones first, right? Whilst we cruise. Oh, shit. Ah, we've caught it halfway, right, good. Man, look at the FPS. Lovely. Lovely. Would you consider the STV your new mobile command center of the Mule? Nah, Mule's still fucking funnier, like. Especially as you can get the little arms that come out, right? Right. We've not done this in a few days. Alright. Might need to move a little bit this direction, actually. Told ya, like, no joke, she is so gorgeous. Who Instant Fox is. Absolutely gorgeous. She has beautiful eyes. Am I in the right area? I don't think I am, right? Go up here. Ah, over there. There we go. There she blows. Beautiful! Actually, not this one. Ah, yeah. This'll do. This will do. Nice FPS, though. A different animal to the saber. Especially in this kind of atmosphere. Yeah, I am, Gunbay, yeah. 318, we'll see the first one at the river. I'm gonna try and do a Mac push for it as well, because everyone else will be fucking trying to go like 220, scraping their nose off the fucking ground, you know? We're gonna try Mac push it. Yeah, that works out in 4.0, eh? How you doing though, Gunbait? Change that. It'd be spectacular. I want to do it as a group as well. Get like 20 people trying to Mac push all at the same time. It'd be hilarious, man. Sense the smell back? Nice, dude. Good, good, good. What's my playlist? I don't actually. I just basically let it play similar songs and that's it. I kind of need like a song thing though. We've already got this one, so I think it's this one, right? No. No, no, no. Is this one? I think it's it. Actually we'll do this one, right? I basically pick a song and just let it pick color songs for me. So that's how I've done it. Alright, 700 meters a second. Mach 2 push. No. I'll be dead. It's gonna be a hard one to pull out. Oh shit! Calculated! I like how it's like a oh fuck! I'm going for a sleep. Yeah, well that's a good thing though, Skylum. Some 80s songs are really, really good, like. Well, I can play with death now, like. Ah, Little Arrow. You are one of the beautiful ships in the game. Still would love to see a Crusader light fighter though. Especially if it didn't have, like, struts. It would be dope. Let's have a look here. Good FPS though. Holy shit. It's really nice. So we ping. The only thing I hate, and I can't wait for the filter system where, you know what I mean, I don't need to care about this stuff, right? Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on. Nice, nice, nice. Like, no joke. I knew if they just made it where on fighters you had short range, high burst weapon systems, we would get one hell of a dogfighter game, I feel, when 4.0 comes. It would be so good. It was like what I was saying with the video that you linked me. I was saying to the guys, like, even though when you look at it from that video, you see that the pip calculations are off, but the way that you fight, you can see that you're like, you know, between 5 and 10 steps ahead of who you were shooting at. Because the moment that you move to do something, you were already countering it, so whilst they're trying to readjust on it, you're already 2 steps, 3 steps ahead doing things. And this is where, like, even with a godly aim, I want it where it's just like chess in this game, you know? Strategy outbeats somebody just going backwards and fucking beaming on people. And when you say there turns into DCS, I want that. I want the merges where it's like you don't engage the merge unless you're like, right, okay, we're going to the merge, right, you have to watch your person, right? And you're like, alright, they're going that way. Right, I'm gonna counter, go horizontal, now turn. And then you see them sweep past and you get right behind them and you're beaming, 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 beaming. That's the kind of fighting I'm wanting to see in Star Citizen. But if they can achieve it with 60 OF as well, that would be so cool. But it looks very much like they're going to offer 60 OF, but they're going to make it where main engines just outweigh. Because again, this thing that always annoys me with the current flight model. How the utter didgeridoo do these little maneuvering thrusters out-counter this thing, right? It makes no sense how I'm able to just fucking sweep around like this whilst that main thing is cooking at full speed. Or full burn. It drives me nuts. So with the way they're going, it's very much like where bigger the thruster, the more output it's going to create, and you have to sort of predict your movement a bit better. So whilst you're approaching somebody, especially when it's in modern warfare kind of combat, you only use the afterburner to get round on somebody. So you'll be approaching, you know what I mean? As soon as you go into the merge, dump the afterburner to get the speed up. You're going up, vertical, into the fight, and then you start trying to play the game of chess, getting around somebody, all that cat and mouse kind of gameplay. And you just can't do that in Star Citizen because somebody just does this. And it's dull. It's so boring. I don't understand why 1400, like, they should have just made it where weapon systems are very, very short range, but much faster velocity and damage, you know? Having something where if you can only move at 300 meters a second and you have 1400 range, that you just don't even need to bother, you just go like that, right? Somebody's coming towards me, alright, they're fucking dead, you know? Why even bother dogfight? It's, yeah, again. It's why, like, for me, I've been playing with Hearthstone, and then I'll do this to just unwind and have a bit of fighting. I'm pretty much done with Star Citizen combat until the 4.0 changes are in. And I hope that we get them at the start of the year, because obviously with Yogi and the team already done them, maybe they want to have a bit more testing done and stuff like that before. So if they put them in 3.19, because obviously it's for 4.0, but if they put them in 3.19, for example, ahead of the 4.0 patch, that means that we would have like 6 months to tweak and stuff like that, you know? Hey, Red Drizzot, I hope I'm saying the name right. Thank you very much for the brand new Prime. Also, thank you for the follow as well, 10 minutes ago. Sorry if I missed that one, dude. Salty, how you doing, Chief? So again, like, it's just one of these things where right now I'm looking forward to 3.18 because of obviously salvaging. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm interested to see how that kind of changes gameplay a little bit for people that do fighting and stuff. Especially if you win the fights and you get to scrape the carcass of your victims to pieces. I quite like the idea of that. But yeah, I really just... I'm very much done with the current way flight is just now. I can't wait until... Like, a lot of racers have been moaning about things, but again, like... I kind of feel it's going to be really, really good. Again, you just got to remember, right? So say they make it where SEM... Because obviously all SEM changes are. So the arrow in Daymar, SEM is like 197. Let's put it to 300, because obviously they are going to increase SEM speed. So never look at what they have just now. Let's say standard is 300, right? I got it near enough. So this is your standard speed, and obviously when you afterburner, right? You're going to go over, so we afterburner, and then if you imagine let go of afterburner, you put it back into here. So this is how it would be, right? And this is not going into QCM mode, this is literally going over SEM, where your weapons don't regen, all that stuff. So when you're racing and you're pushing corners, I can still go fast, just the difference is when before I do something else, I need to get my speed back, because when you're doing shit like this, right, even though it's fucking cool, it's also ridiculously stupid, right? Where you can do these sort of things. And obviously I was kind of hoping I would crash, but not the case. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be able to do this kind of shit. Like Cobra, cool. Falling Leaf, cool, if you manage to catch the stall and stuff like that. But I hate the whole backwards sort of way of flying. So if I'm taking corners with afterburner and then I've got to straighten out and go SEM speed, it's gonna be so cool. The problem is everyone wants to do like 600-700 meters a second off the deck, and it's like, if you actually take into account how fast that is, it's not even funny, right? In modern day flight right now, the idea of doing Mach 2 off the deck, and let's say a safe deck would be 250 feet, right? Crazy as that sounds, but just so you don't have any like collision with civilian and stuff like that. Going underneath that, you know, you're breaking a lot of laws as well, especially in the military. That's why they have like the hard floors and high ceilings and stuff that they work with. So if you're doing Mach 2 and you're like in Star Citizen doing it 50 feet off the deck, your ship would fucking break. First of all, you would be pulled into the fucking ground, alright? And all these things. It's fucking stupid that I can even fly with one wing, because there's no aerodynamics in this game. Just faked around engine loss and parts loss kind of thing. And this new system 4.0 just makes it where finally we get rid of the cheese. The backstrafers, the fucking tricording to Narnia to get your shields back. And if you actually watch my gameplay, especially when we were fighting on Hearst and they were Puppeteer, I literally said I'm going to shoot and then blow through or pass, and I just circle around at like 1,000 meters. I don't need to go 20 fucking 30 kilometers away to Narnia to get my shields back, right? And it's the same when we're fighting people in atmosphere here with the arrow on Daymar. You'll see me like only go to like 2-3k away and get my stuff back and circle around. And most of the time I actually am within the 300 sort of mark because of how the game actually works. So if everyone is slowed down into this pace and they reduce the range of the guns, we will get some seriously cool dogfighting, where a merge is when you engage. You don't engage until the merge. Fighter planes, for example, and I know we're trying to have it where it's like space combat and all that jazz, right? But fighter pilots do not engage guns into a certain range. They don't just fucking shoot away and stuff. General aviation, is it 500 feet? I thought it was 200 feet. 250, but for any people it's 2,000. Yeah, populated. Exactly, yeah. So there's laws like that. So when I'm able to cruise, obviously it's on a moon, but my mentality is I'm cruising at Mach 2, even though it's probably not Mach 2, it's probably a lot higher because of how MS actually works in our ships, where it doesn't really like give us a gauge on Mach, because obviously different air textures, all that shit, right? Let's not get into too technical on it. But you know what I mean? Pushing Mach 2 50 feet off the deck is suicide. When people are low flying and they're doing 220 meters a second, they've got their nose down and they're just sand surfing, as people call it. Terada does it, all that stuff. This is also suicide if the game actually worked correctly, you know? People who go to Narnia often take the Hobbit's Ties and Girdles. That's a good song, actually. I might need to listen to that one. But I am so excited for 4.0 because I actually might start seeing dogfighting in this game instead of this silly look at each other, beam each other down from 1400, backstrafe, fucking cut here, cut there, tricord there, break the G system, missiles don't work, you know what I mean? And then there's people spamming missiles and then it does work, and you know, you've got to do all this weird thing. For me, if we have Star Citizen right now here, and we have DCS World level of detail, I want somewhere in the middle. Something that makes sort of sense, but also isn't like difficult for players to get into, right? That would be super fucking cool. Alright, so we got some NPCs here actually. I see that the person's also got back into their cutlass, yeah. I wonder if they're there for him, like, because this is somebody's mission. So we'll go for the, there's actually somebody else approaching. Possible. Let's do here. Yeah, we got maybe a fast mover there. Oh no, it's a beacon marker. Never mind. Never mind. I'm gonna keep the height up just slightly, because it is AI. What we got here, Doug? Doug Masters. Also, what's that? A player, Dominic Toretto, and an M50. Let's take Dominic Toretto. Even though he's blipping off the map here. Somewhere here. There's Doug. I can follow Doug easy, but Dominic is like here somewhere. Or despawned. Radar being silly. Alright, it's pushing on Doug. Doug Masters. Oh wait, they're down there, eh? Doug! Ooh, the other Gladius is on me. Ooh. Spicy Awagagumi! Oh, that's slightly off. There we go. No, M50! We fucking... Are they scats? You got scats? Oh my god, it's got fucking scats. Shit! What's that? Oh, that's negative on that. We got... Is that... No, that's Ethan. Ethan, what are you doing? Alright. Bat vision increased. Ethan is like... pestering the Drake. Carlos did. Ethan Payne. Look at it! Look at this camping NPC. Holy shit. Come on, Ethan. At the zone. So silly that you can shoot me in the zone, but I can't shoot you. Come on. Ethan. Something else target me. Maybe. Not target anymore. Maybe Ethan target me. Just keeping our lovely little 300 meters second nose spin here. The joys of the arrow, being able to do this with yaw technique. Look at this, 400 meters a second, and I'm literally fucking spinning around like a tornado above. Arrow can do this. Gladius can do this a little bit slower, but the Arrow is absolute god tier at being able to yaw spin into falling leaf. It's a shame it just doesn't work when somebody can beam me down 1400 range, right? Yeah, just being a menace, basic noodle. How are you doing today? Happy Sunday. Hey, Novi. I want to try Scar. Oh, dude, I would like to try Scar guns. I used to roll in an Arrow, Anu. I don't know if you were watching the stream at that time, or you were part of Star Citizen community back then, but I ruled with an Arrow and, what are they called? Predators. It was disgusting. The fastest I killed a Vanguard was in under 10 seconds. And I mean killed. Like, stripped the engines in under 10 seconds. It was so good. From the combat, straight in. Brrr, fucking gone, man. That's before, like, the ammo nerf, though. For ballistics. And we had the fucked up missiles as well. Plus Talon. Talon doing its fucking memes at that stage. Look at that. 345, 90-degree turn. Literally pushing to 400. See, this is what I mean about holding your energy, right? This is what you don't see people using. I am literally staying within a 4-kilometer ring at nearly 500 meters a second. No afterburner, no, like, strafes. I'm just pushing forward. Using my pitch and using my yaw. And nobody does this shit because, again, a flight technique like this doesn't do shit in Star Citizen. In real life, this would be fucking baller, man. Very hard to aim on this sort of thing. But again, nah. When you can beam down at 1400 and the pips don't move, it's weird that you have to do a wiggle technique to make yourself highly defensible, and it should be the other way around. If you are actually doing some unique movement, the guns should be thrown off. They can't calculate and shit. Yeah, I'm not getting this NPC out. Blur. Same period before mass drivers, yeah, exactly. I also, like, there was one time I used to roll around with the Arrow where I would do size 1 cannons, ballistic cannons, and 2 Panthers, Anu. And it was disgusting. You would beam somebody's shields down with the Panthers because you had like double the rounds basically. Or no, it wasn't. A bit more. It was like, we got like what? If we go here, 27. I think it was like into the 40 rounds or something like that. And then as soon as the shield was down, let the 2 cannons rip. And people were just like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? 345? No, that's subscribers for the channel. No, if I ever do my kill board thing, it's like it's my goose counter up in the top left there. We're not rolling with that. Like, I was gonna do it for 318. We're gonna do the counter in 318, see how many kills we can get without going to jail legit. Legit is always where somebody kills me in a bounty, not ramming, not me crashing into the ground, not an NPC fucking, you know, crashing to me. Legit kill. We do our kill board on that stuff. Woo! Holding it at 600 meters a second ain't happening, like. Not without afterburner. Never liked mix even, if it's good. I like it. I like doing that kind of stuff, you know. But obviously, when you've just got Panthers or repeaters in general beaming, it's why I do like the, I'm half tempted to try ballistic cannons on the Saber. Because you get like 200 rounds, right? That could easily kill, I mean, it wouldn't kill a Carrack, but, yeah. Whatever. Alright, we got a good height, we can take off that. Picking up Something here. It might have just been like when we circle around, it's grabbed it. Hey, Rekka. I want to see you go Henkin toe and toe. No. What would that achieve? Listing's fine? Yeah, that's very true, yeah. But then, have you ever noticed, right? I don't know if you've ever seen this, Anu, in the game. I see it all the time. You purposely spec out to be anti-fighter, and then everyone and their mother shows up in fucking Connies or like reclaimers and redeemers and all that kind of stuff, right? And nobody ever comes to get you when you in a fighter. And that's when it gets annoying, because you're fully spec to literally shit on fighters within seconds, and nobody ever turns up with it. And it's not like somebody's watching the stream going, oh, you know what I'll do? Because you can kill vanguards left, right, and center, cutlasses and stuff. It's because of Connies and like retaliator HP and stuff. But no, I wouldn't, like, for me, like, I say this with the kindness of respect to Henkin, I don't achieve anything fighting Henkin, you know? Like, to my knowledge, Henkin does not spend any time doing combat against other players in Atmosphere. Same if you go naked to Loafline, always get loaded ships. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But to be honest, there's actually not much point doing a naked, like if you're doing racing and stuff like that, but for Loafline, there's no difference now with using naked arrows and stuff. Your best to just not bother, you know? Not for Atmosphere, it does P72 in space. Oh, inbound. Okay, Cutlass Black. Inbound. How the fuck did it get 2 kilometers off me, chat? Somebody fucking tell me how that magically happened. Targeting engines? Are they engaging? Doesn't look like it. Are you engaging? How the fuck did that achieve to do that, though? It's warped. Right, we got a 13 kilometer down here. That's the... That's the NPC. There's the other Drake Cutlass. So that was actually a bounty hunter coming after us and then 180'd out here. I have to say, smart bounty hunter if it was one. Because unless you got a gunner, that was a very, very clever move to do. Like, oh shit, it's an arrow. Time for me to leave, you know? But hey, if I had a gunner, that's a different... Whoa, 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 whoa! Who the fuck? Brave Star? Ah, the NPC, you've finally shown yourself. Oh, we also got a blue coming in. God damn it, why does this always happen? It's like, right, let's quickly engage on this. And slot in behind, quickly just fucking burp, burp. Won't take me long. Let's see if the other one, actually, the secondary ship is coming in. What do we have here? A Titan. Oh my god, is it for the end? Is it for its mission? The Titan is going for the Cutlass. It's come all this way. Right, I gotta... I'll hold it. I'll hold your NPC still. Go, Blazeden. Destroy the Cutlass. I can't see the fucking Cutlass. Let's pin it there. I will help you. I'll just, There you go. There you go. Right, it's all you. Oh, watch out. Fucking railguns. Don't worry, it won't do any damage. Engage, Blazeden. That's it. That's it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Engage, engage, engage. It's stationary, look. It's literally stationary. Blazing. Blazing, put all power to weapons, dude. Yeah, that's it, that's it. Yes! Holy shit. Just don't engage. Don't engage. That's it. That's it, Blazing. Fly well. Fly well. Also, who the fuck keeps targeting me? What absolute nubjack he is doing? Ballista? Oh shit, that's a ballista. Possible? That's a ballista, boys. Ballista! Hello? Who brought the ballista? There, yeah, it's confirmed. Let's get our signature down before we do this. Bring her in nice and low and steady. There's a blue there. Silent rabbit in a cutlass black. Did you fuck it? No, I would have got a red on you. So there is a ballista here. 10 kilometers off. Let's push in for ballista. We got our locked. Yeah, we're targeted by ballista. Let's stop the ping. No, it's not now. Alright, quickly pull her in here. Got no tone, I got no tone. Quickly go in and scan. Where is that? What the fuck is targeting me? Maybe it's a gunner, like. A few things around. There's no ballista unless it's fucking miles away, right? But we saw no smoke. Possible here. No. Alright, let's stand down. We don't need to be pre-ballista setup. Got that dude there. Who the fuck? Maybe it's a gunner. Yeah, it could be a gunner on the other cutlass. No, I don't see a... Let's go out of night. No, no gunner on there. That's targeting me because we get a red line, right? Let's keep our speed up just now. Also, the shield just fucking went down on that. That just took damage. Oh, now it's repaired. Ooh, the secondary cutlass might have a gunner though. Hard to tell, actually. I hate the targeting system in this game at times. 10 kilometers out. That's the one there. 75. Is the ping macroed? Yeah, it is, yeah. When I press on my left joystick on the ping key, it just spams it every 2 seconds. It's crazy that you have to do it. I don't know why they couldn't have had a toggle on and stuff, but yeah. I generally don't PvP these days without active radar pinging. Especially on you're on Hurston and you're engaging like 2 people, the active radar is really good to let you know when people are approaching or missiles have gone wild a bit. That 10? Ah, it's on the ground. Alright. Cutty stealth? Yeah, I think it's, again, there's a lot of problems with radar in this game right now. A lot of problems. It's more targeting as well. It's just scuffed. Looking forward to a new scanner. Another feature of 4.0 that would be good. Yeah, alright. Let's leave them in peace. find another server. Or maybe go out. Maybe go out. Really, it's been 3 hours already, like, what the hell, man. Looking forward to, Comlink lost. Looking forward to Saturday, though. Saturday, we're going to be doing a 9 o'clock show to 10 o'clock, and then I gotta fucking drive, like, 7 hours to go and get Nick's, which is going to be cool. Not a lot of bounty hunters, to be honest, dude. There's not a lot of people playing. Like, we got 100 player servers, right? It doesn't change anything. You know, everyone was like, oh my god, there's gonna be more PvP. There's gonna be more interaction. No, there's not. There's just more miners, more fucking, you know, screenshot players on a server. That's all it is. Everyone got their jocks off thinking there was gonna be more action. The only time there's more action is when there's something to fight over and stuff like that, like Jump Town or like a war zone or something added in. But yeah, you could add 1,000 players in and it would just be 1,000 more miners and stuff like that in the game. They need it where bounty hunters are not hopping servers to find targets, right? There needs to be a system where, especially when they bring out server meshing, is like, say for example, Anu is dripping in sweat, wanting to kill me today, right? And already sends out the message saying, I'm coming for you today, DarkLaw. And I'm like, alright, I've put a cork in my ass, I'm ready to fucking go, okay? And then literally Anu just needs to jump into Stanton, right? The game, Stanton, server, whatever it's fucking called, play, and then there's a bounty board. And maybe it's not on your Mobiglass, maybe you have to go to a place that's like the central hub for bounties, and it sees DarkLaw. It gives Anu the mission there, and then maybe they add something where you've got to go through like a little gate or something, and it teleports Anu into whatever shard I've got on, and then again Anu would then go through that gate to return back to the shard to be with like Pure or something like that. You know what I mean? This is the only way I see this game ever being good for bounty hunters and criminals alike, right? There has to be a way where you take my bounty and you're on one shard and it meshes you into my system just for the time to engage on me, and if you cancel the mission it automatically merges you back, right? It's the only way this game goes forward. And if it doesn't, yeah, you might as well just... They need to make it where it's like 400k or something like that for my bounty and stuff, you know? You and this other arrow mopped us up easy? Oh, you're talking... Are you sure it was 2 arrows? Like, very frequently it's... you're talking about Anu. Yeah, Anu would be probably flying with Pure, and that would be double arrows. I don't think you fly Gladius, do you, Anu? I don't think you're a fan of Gladius. I don't think I've ever seen... Yeah, it's mainly you're in the arrows, right? You do fly the Gladius. Interesting. I can't stand the Gladius. I literally can't stand it. I know it's good in space, the double shields, and all that stuff. The only thing I like about the Gladius is the look of it. I literally hate the way it moves. Only men of culture fly the Gladius. Shut up. The only reason you fly the Gladius fresh, and let's be honest, is because it's got some of the best skins in the game. Alright? That's the only reason. That is the only reason that you and Battlestar fly that shit, is because of the skins. If there were really fucking good skins for like the Saber, or, you know, and the Saber works and stuff, you know? I actually see most of us being in the Saber in the future. Saber would actually be a QQOP ship if stealth works and obviously gank and spank works again. Because it means we can come in stealth, kill our targets, and move away undetected, you know? Like, I only ever use the arrow purely because of the mobility for low flying. Because like I said, it's literally the F-22 of Star Citizen. But give me another ship that looks better than the arrow and flies exactly the same, I'll probably be in that, you know? I know, I really wish they would have more metallic skins, man. Like the Matrix Twins. True. I used it when I know I need double shields, that's it. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. I don't think many people would use the Gladius if it didn't allow you to regen the second shield whilst the first one is up. No joke. If they actually changed that mechanic, I think a lot of people would give up the Gladius. Because it would only be a decent missile platform in the future, not an actual, like, combatant ship. Because of its size. It's the only thing that is good for it, I feel. And the reverse thrustering on it. So when they change the reverse thrustering on it, you know, Gladius better have like some long range missiles or something. I wish I had a record running then. What do you mean? Oh, Fighting Pure, yeah. Oh yeah, it did. Yeah. Like, I don't ever rate anyone above good. Like, I say this with respect to Anu. I don't put Anu as like great, elite, pro or anything like that. Because the flight model and everything is so janky, right? And the game is just shit. But I would definitely put Anu... With how I've seen him fly in atmosphere and killing people, I would say probably right at the top of the pilots in this game right now. But no more than good. Because again, we have to get out of this system beforehand, and then, you know what I mean, like... Yeah, definitely top pilot, yeah. I mean, he shits on everyone, pretty much, you know? And that's cool though, because I love the reality check that you guys give people, you know? Fucking Captain Burke's reality check, Avenger 1. Dude, where did you guys find that fucking picture? Or did you superimpose it, man? Because no joke, that is fucking... If that is an actual person, where you did oil paintings and stuff like that, that is fucking outrageous that you managed to find something like that. That was so good, man. His message ever, keep it clean, boys. This is what the game needs, you know? You need bounty hunters that also deal with other bounty hunters, like where there needs to be competition between bounty hunters or something like that. I kind of feel that bounty hunt, like say for example, right? I would love to see this if CIG did this. I would love it where if one bounty hunter has my mission and another bounty hunter turns up with a mission, you're allowed to shoot the other bounty hunter to claim the prize. I would love to see this in this game. Because I generally feel with how humans behave, the moment you take away that blocker of, ah shit, it's a blue, I can't engage. Because it's a bounty hunter, it could also put me into prison with call to arms. If you took that away, everyone turns on themselves. Because you see it at Jumptown. The moment everyone's conga lining and the moment the comrade goes down and somebody knows it, they're out guns, blasting everyone to death and stealing their shit. They instantly turn on people like wild animals, you know? And I would love to see that where sometimes I feel like I'm getting 2 or 3 versus 1. And it is actually just 1 or 2 bounty hunters in different groups. But they chase after you because you're the only red, for example, but... Yeah, it'd be kind of cool, actually. I like that. They definitely need to work on the bounty hunting system. It's very bad. It needs a lot of work, all that jazz. Want to know about the sticks you sent Verpals back? What do you mean? Want to know about the sticks you sent Verpals back? I only sent the left one. The left one back. But I've got the replacement here. If that's what you're talking about. I've had it back for like a couple of weeks now. But obviously other things in life have been kind of like taking me away from doing that stuff. But what did they say? Oh, I don't think they'll tell me. I mean, I could chase up the email. But you know what I mean? Like, when they send me a model out to showcase you guys and advertise it for them, and I send it back, I get the replacement, right? I don't really go, so what was the issue kind of thing, you know? Like I said, when I got it, I'm pretty sure they sent me a review copy that they would have sent to other creators as well beforehand, because one of the pins were bent. You know when you pull it out and it has like the 5 pins, one of them was bent when I opened the box and I had to straighten it off. So it was short-circuiting. So I kind of feel like that pin obviously was about to snap off or wasn't having a good connection. And that's what I said to them that it would be. Because obviously this one here, where the pins were all straight, I've had 0 issues with it. It's absolutely god tier. And I definitely feel like, I know this is like, oh no, you're just talking shit. I definitely feel my aim has improved with the weight of these joysticks than what I had before. And I feel my aim has massively improved going from the Warbird base to the Mongoose base. Obviously, the Mongoose base is completely the same all the way through the generations, but and I don't really use. I use the what's it called? The clutch on the right. I don't use clutch on the left for the strafes. But I definitely feel like doing finer movement, I'm much better at it now because of that. And I haven't had them as long, because obviously it was like 2 years. No, it was 3 years on the Warbird bases, because I had them with the Deltas. But these Mongoose bases definitely benefit me. But again, like, as I point out to people, I don't really... this is why I'm shit in the current meta of PvP, is because I don't wiggle my pip. I fly more with the idea of vertical and horizontal energies. Like you said, DCS World kind of flying. And yeah, it's just not suited for this game. So it's very much suited for the future, where you're wanting to have that lock-on aim, where you're not overturning and causing more drag and stuff. Because that's, again, another thing people will need to take into consideration when you have atmosphere control surfaces and all that jazz, is that if you try to get your aim in front of the pip, you could cause major drag, which then makes you slower than your opponent, which means they get round in the 1-2 circle and then they beam you down, all because you try to pre-aim like you do in Star Citizen right now, right? I can't wait to see if they actually add in some stuff like that, because there was a mention about, are you going to add in stalls? And they're like, we are debating it. Because obviously in lore, you can't really stall out the ships in Star Citizen, but every single fighter pretty much has an intake front to it. The lore team just need to go, now you can stall in atmosphere, because the front is actually an intake. And then we have some seriously fucking cool spaced atmosphere combat. Because if you are fighting on the edge in space and you drag somebody into atmosphere and they're so used to, like, say for example, you're fighting for 5 minutes, right? And they're so used to space, and you just drag them into atmosphere and then you call a fucking stall, they could jet wash all the way down or something like that. It'd be so sick, man. I would love that shit, but it's too complicated for a lot of people. We're moving into high simulator sort of feeling to it. But I would love the tactics of jet washing people, making them stall, dead stick, all that jazz, you know? I don't think we'll get it though, but if we did, then oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Because the plan for me is, the moment that we get the new flight system, I have a lot of cool videos that I want to do. It's just, you can't do this combat with people being able to beam at 1400 and they don't try to outfly you. They just try to outwiggle the pip and beam you down on your pip. There's no element of, I need to keep my speeds up or I'm going to literally fall out of the sky kind of thing. Because you see it on Hearthstone all the time. Like today, Puppeteer is following me. I get the person into a turn fight, but I keep my speeds up as we're going round. The other person stalls down to like 50 meters a second, and Puppeteer is like, they're just stationary. So what you're wanting in the future is when they do that hard speed, they just sort of collapse. And then they've got to get their main engines to push them. Because again, if you hard turn with atmosphere effect and you've got very weak side strafes, you're going to not engine stall, but you are going to cause huge amount of drag in your movement. You are going to fall out of the air because of that until you can regain with main thrust. And that's when people smash into the ground and explode, because they've overshot themselves or depleted all their energy. And a lot of Arena Commander pilots who over-energize themselves to keep this tight movement, especially in atmosphere, will fail on it. Because the moment they do it, they will be stalling or dragging themselves out. And I can't wait to see that, because that changes the game massively. And I think it makes sense for like bigger ships where they should be coming in bulkier, turrets blazing, and slow boating it through, dropping off troopers on the ground, carrying on jet fighters, flying around in their light fighters, medium fighters, and they're not really caring about something like that. They're more dogfighting instead of trying to beam down. You know, you want it where fighters are fighting fighters to play that air defense role. You're having the big ships coming in and they're slugging it out, dropping the troops on the ground. You see a Valkyrie, for example, and you're like, alright, there's 3 fucking light fighters flying around. I'm by myself. I see a Valkyrie trying to dive down. That shouldn't even be a consideration, but now you can literally go dive down, missile, brrr, and then get back to killing the 3 fighters. It should never be a consideration that you break off from playing defense role like that. And again, this is where 4.0 sort of brings that into an element where you have to make a choice and you have to have proper structure. I really want it where you're like rolling with 2 light fighters, maybe 2 medium fighters and a mantis. And that's your 5-man team just for basics. And if you want to go differently, you have like maybe 2 medium fighters, a mantis, and then some ships that can carry some things for that, you know? But it's going to be so dope when we start getting proper combat. And the thing is though, is you'll be able to do the proper combat in space as well. Because everyone's going to be... Yes, you're going to have more 6DOF movement. You're not going to be suffering from aerodynamics. But you're also not going to be fucking circle strafing each other at free... Well, like 600-700 meters a second. That means tighter turns are more important. These weird merges that people do, which is for the current system, go right out the window, where you very much, pretty much have to behave with horizontal and vertical merges instead of this side strafe fucking Dominic Toretto into behind somebody. It's not going to be like that in the future. Because the only reason you can do that is because of the movement speed of up and side thrusters right now. But if they have a negative effect, it means that you have to rely on basically coming in slow, turning yourself and using your main engine to push in to the areas of effect. And this changes AC everything, man. Because if you overdrift, you leave yourself to be absolutely riddled as, again, you run out of energy. Even though you're drifting in space, but you're still going to be stationary for a group to beam you down. So bait and switch is going to be a huge factor in the game. Not just, oh, 2 people versing 2 and we'll just riddle each other and see who wins. It might be where it's like, alright, they're going for TheDarkLaw. TheDarkLaw moves into bait mode, gets them to slow angle down, and your wingman just goes, you're fucking dead, you know? And that's even in decouple because they obviously side strafes and stuff like that are going to low down. So it's going to be really cool, man. Really cool. Looking forward to it. It's definitely something that needs to be added to the game because I want to see boarding as well. And we've discussed this many times. You're not going to see boarding unless everything is slowed down. Slow down. Okay, who can I send you to, guys? I'm going to head out with Papakins. We went out for an early walk. Saw 2 deer today, but I'm going to... Like, for me, especially with the puppy coming, I just wanted to just spend more time outside. More exercise. Get fitter and fitter. Stream less as well when we come out of the 6 months stuff. Obviously, guys, !Nova, !Challenge, if you want to see what we're up to on the show right now. And it's pretty much snail pace to 318. I don't see anyone I want to send you guys to. Netty is like nearly 1,000. Salty is in just chatting. Is he doing answer the call and just chatting now? Alright, cool. I like Salty Mike. I have to give huge amount of respect to Salty. Salty and my son have been working together for nearly a year now. Probably actually over a year. And he was the only content creator that gave my son a challenge. And they've done so well with his second channel. So well. He's such a cool dude. He's a bit memey in where he rants and stuff like that. But that's just his character. But yeah, absolutely awesome, dude. Fuck, I don't know who to send you guys to. Go to... Crap, guys. I'm out of options here. Oh shit, Tomo's on. Tomo's on. Let's go to Tomo. Fucking yes. There we go. I got it through my list. Right, we're going to Tomo. Tomo is one of our wonderful community members here. I've never had an actual chat. Kind of stuff like that. See a stream. Let's check out. Go in, guys. Spam the follows. Check it out. All the content. I don't know what it's going to be like, but it looks like Sunday Laughs. Got a wee giveaway on the go. VKB flyer. Looks like Cutlass doing some stuff. Target location bounty hunting. Cool. There we go, guys. Thank you again for all the love today. And yeah. I will see you tomorrow, guys, for Monday's show. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Reformed, thank you. I've seen your message. I know I'll take that in a second. Brat, that sounds lovely. What part of Scotland? Up in the Highlands, expat. He's doing a live video recording of his current feelings of SE. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't want to raid. We raided him yesterday, I think. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what Mongrel Squad get up to when it comes to that stuff. Space Ken, take care, dude. Anu, KLB, Air, Motar, Brat, everyone, have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. Appreciate all the love today. Basic Noodle, have a good one. See you later, guys.